Hello everyone, my name's Tania McCartney and I'm the author of the Riley the Little Aviator series of picture books for children. These books are sort of like a travel log for children aged roughly between 2 and 10 years old, and they follow the journeys of a little boy who jumps in a tin red plane and discovers an animal in a new city. The first book in the Riley series, which is the one I'm going to read to you today, is Riley and the Sleeping Dragon, A Journey Around Beijing. And this was actually written while we were living in China. My son Riley was just 2 and my daughter Ella was 4 years old when we first moved to Beijing. And I wanted to sort of write them, I don't know, kind of like a memento of our time there. And as you'll see in the book, it's filled with photographs of Beijing and surrounds, which is acting like a bit of a souvenir for my kids of their time in the capital. When I came home to Australia, this book did really well, and so I decided to write a series of books featuring Riley. I'm now up to book 4, Riley and the Grumpy Wombat's just been released by Forward Street Publishing, but I wanted to read to you the very first book in the series today. And this one has been illustrated by Moko Vasey, who's a Canadian fellow that I used for the first book, and of course the subsequent books have been taken over by the wonderful Kieran Pratt, and you'll learn more about him when I read you the next book in the series. So let's get started and read Riley and the Sleeping Dragon. When we open the book, we see these wonderful end papers which feature the gorgeous little panda. We love the little panda. And here is the title page, Riley standing with his plane ready to fly off on his first adventure. Let's start the story. Riley first saw the sleeping dragon, curled up in the corner of one of his dreams. It was long and scaly like a fish, with the head of a camel, eyes of a rabbit, ears of a bull, horns of a deer, neck of a snake, belly of a clam, claws of an eagle, and the footpads of a tiger. Can you believe that strange creature? Well, that's a traditional Chinese dragon, and you're going to see him right now. Are you ready? Here he is. Isn't he beautiful? There he is, stretched out across Riley's dream. It's wonderful. The dragon was strong and beautiful. Riley watched as it stretched sleepily and unfurled itself across his dream, its long body rising and falling gently as it snoozed. Wow, I think he's gorgeous, don't you? When Riley woke, he told his mother about the sleeping dragon. She smiled and told Riley she knew of a sleeping dragon in China that was believed to be 2,000 years old. Do you know anything that's 2,000 years old? Riley's breath caught in his throat. He knew he had to find that dragon. So he kissed his mother goodbye, threw on his stripy scarf and aviator goggles, jumped in his little red plane and zoomed off to China. And there he is running towards his beautiful plane, ready to take off. Let's see if he makes it. Do you think he does? When he got to Beijing, he flew over Tiananmen Square, which is the second largest city central square in the whole world. Did you know that? But alas, there was no sleeping dragon to be found. Can you see dragon in that picture? He zipped across the road to Gugong, the Forbidden City. Huge vistas and elegant halls, copper cauldrons and beautiful big red doors punched with 81 gold studs. But no sleeping dragon. Riley then flew over Ho-Hai and skimmed across the lake. Boaters bobbed in the water and lotus flowers burst with pink, but not a dragon in sight. Can you see a dragon in the water there? Chinese dragons do live in the water. Maybe he's hiding under the lotus flowers. Next was the Hutong alleyways and courtyard houses. Plenty of syrupy rice soup, crabapple toffees on sticks and wok spiralling delicious steam. But no dragon snoozing lazily in the sun. Riley felt sad. What do you think Riley's feeling sad? Do you know? He tried Tiantan, the temple of heaven. No dragon. Look at that beautiful temple. He tried Wang Fujing Street. No dragon. He tried Rutan Park. No dragon. He's looking hard. He tried Iharyar, the summer palace. Nary a dragon scale nor footprint anywhere. Defeated, Riley put his hands on his hips and huffed. Then he jumped in his plane and began the long, long journey home. Poor Riley. It was when he was high above Beijing that he saw it. A long snaking shape draped across the far distant mountains. His heart leapt into his throat. Could it be the dragon? Riley swooped his little red plane around and soared towards the strange shape, his heart thundering in his chest, and as he got closer and closer, he knew what it was. What do you think it might be? Can you see that? I wonder what this is. Is it the dragon? Let's see. It was Changcheng, the Great Wall of China. I don't know if you've been to the Great Wall of China before, but you simply must go. It's absolutely breathtaking. Isn't Riley lucky to find the Great Wall of China? Wow. Riley landed his little red plane on the wall, climbed down and placed one hand on the great serpent's back. He could feel it dozing, silently protecting his country, as it had for over 2,000 years. That's a very long time. Riley smiled. He knew he had found his sleeping dragon and couldn't wait to tell his mother. He patted his new friend's back, then climbed into his plane, waved goodbye, and flew home. Below him, Changcheng stirred. It rippled its fishy scales, twitched its bull-like ears, unlocked its eagle claws, rose its camel head, and opened its rabbit eyes. Then it stretched and yawned awake. And there is the beautiful dragon stretching and yawning and waking up to the world. And that's the end of the story. On the back cover of the book you'll see Riley riding away on this wonderful blending of the Great Wall and the dragon. Well, I hope you liked this story and I hope you learned a little something about Beijing. Join me next time for the next book in the series, which is Riley and the Dancing Lion, and that's a journey around Hong Kong. We love Hong Kong and I hope you do too. So come back and join me for the next book and I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for listening. Bye.